Hey guys, this is Gaijin Hunter. Monster Hunter Wilds is almost here, and with this being a lot of players' first experience of a new generation kicking off in the franchise, I wanted to do a quick video to walk through 5 or so points that you can expect so that you can be both excited but also temper your expectations to ensure that you can enjoy it without setting yourself up for any disappointment. Make no mistake, Wilds is going to be amazing, but here are 5 things to keep in mind. I will loop official trailers as I talk, so if you don't want to see those, just pop in for the audio and listen on. Point 1. Quality over quantity. A new generation means an exploration of new tech, new game engines, new gameplay mechanics. 3rd generation introduced underwater combat. 4th generation gave us verticality and mounting, and the 5th generation gave us seamless maps with interactive environmental objects. Now with Wilds, we're going to get a more seamless, interconnected world and advancements in monster behavior patterns. It promises to bring variety and spice to our hunts, and using the RE engine will allow for a lot of new stuff. In terms of new monsters, usually a new generation starts by introducing 3 or so new skeletons. A skeleton can represent a huge range of monsters. For example, the skeleton that resulted in Barioth, Nargacuga, and Tigrex are all the same, and modified versions of it resulted in even more. For new monsters, generally we'll see about 8 to 12, but older monsters generally get remade as well to feel quite fresh. And of course, post-launch we'll see updates with even more new monsters being added and other stuff as well. This is the base in which the next expansion will jump off from. High rank. Typically, a new generation of Monster Hunter has low rank and high rank only. Master rank won't be introduced until the expansion at least a year or so out from release. This means that they can take more risks and try new stuff, knowing that they'll get a chance to rebalance the game through updates, and the next release, by the time they've tweaked the formula and really figured it out, they'll be able to pump it all up to max to the hardest level, which will be Master Rank. Do expect some late to end game mechanic though for monsters that will allow them to push how hard they are, so that more invested players will have more difficult stuff to sink our teeth into, but I wouldn't expect to be super challenged from the start to end credits. Also keep in mind that if this is not your first Monster Hunter, you have leveled up as a hunter. You are simply better at the game, and each generation of Monster Hunter, fortunately and unfortunately, gets a little bit easier each time because you are getting much better at the game. But that just means that we're going to be able to experiment and have fun with so much more. Experimentation. With each new generation means experimentation with mechanics. Expect some hits and expect some misses. This is a positive part of a developer who doesn't just rehash the same stuff for every generation. Give quality feedback on what you don't like and positive feedback on the stuff that you do. They will tweak these things going forward, and as a collective, we as a community will help shape what the ultimate expansion will end up being in the game. I expect a lot of quality of life changes, perhaps more than seasoned hunters will be comfortable with, in a bid to get a wider range of players into the game. You know what, it is what it is, and more people playing and enjoying Monster Hunter is a good thing, so let's welcome players with open arms and have some fun. Over-optimization videos. This isn't meant to be a slight at those who make this type of content because it is just another way to play and enjoy the game, but expect a deluge of YouTube videos and articles about what's the most broken, godlike set or combination of stuff may be. This is all good and fun, but just keep in mind that this is a base game, so optimizing the fun out of it is something I generally don't recommend unless you know what you're doing. Every weapon, every set will be viable and a perfectly good choice to use. Look for the weapons and strategies people aren't using, sometimes they can be the most fun. This is a great opportunity to try every weapon, especially now that we can carry 2 on us at all times, and simply have fun. New updates will generally introduce harder content and better gear, so enjoy the drip feed and find what works for you. And that concludes the 5 tips of things to keep in mind for a new generation of Monster Hunter. I'm excited as everyone else and cannot wait for the game to be released. Share any tips you may have for new players or any stories you may have with you going from one generation to another in the comments down below. And if you watched this video in its entirety, thank you. Share it if you enjoyed it. No, I'm not going to draw this out to 8 minutes, which means YouTube will pretend that this video never existed, won't share it with anybody, but you know what? That's okay. This is what I wanted to say, and so here we are. Anyways, I hope you guys are looking forward to Wilds as much as I am, and until next time, happy hunting.